at the Basketball Champions League. 9,000 fans, sellout crowd. And that size of gathering is too big, too risky. So no fans allowed to gather for this game. Here is the road to the Final Four, and as you can see, Jerusalem and Peristeri in the bottom right bracket. The winner of this tie will play a tough quarterfinal encounter against the winner of Sazali and Burgos. The higher placed team will have the benefit of a home tie, and it used to be the benefit of obviously a massive crowd. It would have been 9,000 noisy, passionate Jerusalem fans here tonight. But obviously, the safety of everybody is the major concern. Here's the schedule for this part of the bracket. Time 18:15 Central European time. And later on, Cesare will welcome Burgos to the beautiful island. Peristeri are the type of team that really could give this Jerusalem team something to think about. Here is the Peristeri winmasters roster. Pretty much everybody available for Papanikolaopoulos. Malaya and Moses on the inside have been absolutely phenomenal. The veteran at the 4. Vasilopoulos, who's been a little bit in and out of injuries, but is fit tonight. And that front line is where they're going to have to control the tempo. The roster for Jerusalem. And let's just draw your attention straight to Emmanuel Terry, the recent signing from Vandemar, leading rebounder in the Basketball Champions League, joins what is almost an all-star lineup for Jerusalem. They're not only favourites for this tie, but one of the favourites to win the whole thing as the Basketball Champions League after the regular season gets down to head-to-head basketball. As always, Peristeri deep will control tempo. They're always strong at the 5. And that's why the addition of Emmanuel Terry for Jerusalem is just such a huge addition. Just gives them so much more strength on the glass. And first time in a competitive outing in the Basketball Champions League for Emmanuel Terry. 4. Upper World Bank, you have Jerusalem. It'll be interesting to see the impact that he has. Always difficult to integrate. Let's not make it sound a foregone conclusion that he's going to be phenomenal. He's going up against Yannick Malaya, Kingsley Moses, who've had great seasons in the Basketball Champions League already. Peristeri sit 3rd in the A1 League in Greece. Had a huge win over Prometheus at the weekend. That moved them up to 3rd and above Prometheus, who were in that position ahead of that game. So confidence will be high. A number of players were part of the Greek national team in a successful competition window again for Greece, winning both games. So Paginotis Vasilopoulos, one of the captains of this roster. A lot of strength, a lot of depth. They've added DeAndre Kane in the backcourt. That's going to give them a lot of shooting prowess from the perimeter. So this team is a bit of one of those teams that's floating across the draw. You know, when you look at it, you'd have thought 4th place team wasn't a foregone conclusion they were going to qualify, but they have a lot of miles on the clock, a lot of experience. They can find ways to win. And it will come down to how much defense this Jerusalem team puts out there. And the other difficulty, obviously, without the fans, they're going to have to generate their own atmosphere, generate their own passion for this. Now, game 1 of a 3-game series, that shouldn't be difficult, but It's going to be a foreign environment. It's going to be difficult. Tamir Blatt in the backcourt alongside James Feldine, and that combination has been productive all year. In fact, they're strong across the floor, depth across the floor. John Holland has been a great addition to this roster as he joined the ranks of Jerusalem mid-campaign. I mean, Holland played 5 games, averaging 15.2 points a game. Emmanuel Terry, just a different animal on the glass. Corbin Brown, one of the, well, let's just say he's one of the heart and souls of this roster. Really does play with a passion that's looking to get the win. David Katache and the coaching staff read each other at half court, as do the players. And we'll get a chance in a moment to look at the 3 officials who will form the 3rd team on the floor this evening. Emmanuel Terry right in the middle of the picture. And if you're Peristeri doing the scout at the last minute, 1, 3, 4 days before you end up with Emmanuel Terry against you. Here are the 3 officials: Eddie Viator from France, Maria Shirin from Romania, and Zafer Yilmaz from Turkey will take charge of what could be a really tight, really intense affair. If Peristeri can control tempo, they have a shot at an upset here. And I still think best way to get that upset win in 3 is to win the first 2. Get the surprise win on the road, defend the home court, and you're done. If you have to come back here to get a win over Jerusalem in a game they have a week to prepare for, that's going to be a tough ask. Here are the starters for Peristeri. Pelas, who's really getting increased minutes, is doing a nice job. Vasilopoulos, not surprisingly, starts at the 4. DeAndre Kane really gives punch with Stephen Gray. So it's a quick lineup. Yannick Morea, regular season, 12.2 points, 2nd in efficiency on this team. Shoots 53% from the floor and nearly 6 rebounds. And as the season has developed, he has just been a focal point for coach Papa Nikolopoulos. This team, 3rd in A1, really are believing they belong in the elite of European basketball. Just going to get a look at the starters for Jerusalem. And with Feldine and Blatt in the backcourt, Rammel and Holland and Thomas. That is a quick, athletic, powerful, potent front line. Sean Thomas leads his team in efficiency, nearly 16 points a game at 74%. Is definitely delivering for this team. 6 rebounds, gets the hard work done as well. And Jerusalem come into the playoffs, as they did last year, one of the favorites to make the Final Four. They came undone against Albirastar Tenerife in the quarterfinals last year. Now, I think they're on a let's put the record straight mission to try and make the Final Four in 2020. Oeda Katache. It's a pressure job here. They lie 2nd in the Israeli league, obviously behind Maccabi Tel Aviv. And those 2 will be fighting it out for post-season honors in one of the most competitive and strong leagues in Europe. No better team, no better country, no better league than Greece to come up with ways of getting victories. But this time, they are going to face a very potent opponent, and that is the challenge. Control tempo, you have a shot at this. You run up and down, Hapoel Jerusalem will run up and down just better than you. DeAndre Kane. John Holland, what an addition he has been 15 points plus per game. The man who pulls the strings, the man that is the heartbeat, James Feldine, the 193, 31-year-old veteran, third in points per game, third in assists, gets it done across the stat line. They have so many ways to hurt you. Well, wherever you're joining us from, and the only way, one of the only ways you can watch this game live is with us. Fans not allowed in the gyms, only it's family members and some journalists, that's all, because of the coronavirus restrictions. But welcome to Jerusalem, the beautiful city. Welcome to the Players Arena, Jerusalem in the home white. And Peristeri in the blue. Game 1 of a round of 16 series, and it'll be the Greeks. Kranaplas gets it into the half court. Kane will skip it. Pagodas with a three is long. Morea's all over the glass, and he does what he does all year, just outworks his opponent. Black can't control it. Peristeri will get a 14-second reset. Vasilopoulos quick out the gate, wanted to get the three. They gapped him, offering him the opportunity to shoot it. Doesn't need a second invitation. Nice cut, easy two. And if you go to sleep, he's the man who'll get the read. And Peristeri get a nice start. Open look from the perimeter, great work on the glass, and then score out of bounds. Black puts up the three, is short. And you can feel it, no atmosphere obviously in the gym. Penetration, Kane for the three is long. And he'll like the fact he got an open look. He'll not like the fact he couldn't get it to go. Building, puts it on the floor. Little pick and pop action. They line up the three, is short. That hits the top of the backboard. John Holland all over the glass. Surely it's Peristeri basketball though. Well, they've called a foul. I thought they'd called the top of the backboard, but fouls on Stephen Gray on the glass. Here's Blatt, tries to turn the corner. Just couldn't get it into Thomas. He fumbled the basketball. I think you're going to see this a lot for the whole game. Morea outside, trying to control tempo. Peristeri. Plas goes inside. He's fouled. Doesn't get the drop. Blatt is uncomfortable with the call, to say the least. But the whistle on the play is Karampelas turn the corner, gets some contact, will go to the free throw line. Timur Blatt needs to get his rhythm. Minute and a half in, 0-2 scoreline. Karampelas makes the first. Goes 2 for 2 from the line. And maintains his perfect performance from the free throw line in the Basketball Champions League. Yet to miss a free throw. Black kicks. They line up the three, is in and out. Thomas, great work on the glass, soft touch on the finish. And that's why he ranks 1 on performance. Morale will be disappointed, didn't get a body on him. Kane, let's see. Palace looks inside, has to back out. 7 on the possession, steps back, takes the tough three, is short. Nice pass. Morale with a throw down, but it's all about awareness. And Vasilopoulos has that in abundance. The long two, Feldin's fouled on the way up. Feldin, as we get a look at the work on the glass by Vasilopoulos. Then he has the awareness, and Jerusalem, everyone's looking to run the break. No one's looking to do the work. Getting the ball back, Moran makes them pay and gets the throw down. From the free throw line is good. Feldin over 95%, so no surprise that he goes 2 for 2 from the line. Caroline Pellas into the half court for Peristeri. Vasilopoulos will set the ball screen. He'll roll, then he goes short on the pop. Moves it on. Vasilopoulos going to work, tries to wrap it inside. Morea close, can't get the little 4-footer to go. Great work by Kane. Pass, Vasilopoulos moves it on. Gray lines up the three, is off. And Holland cleans up on the glass. Black for the three is off. Offensive rebound by Morea, chance to run. Caroline Pellas looks long, beautiful pass, super finish. And Peristeri, if you don't get back, will make you pay. And the veteran, Vasilopoulos, the 36-year-old, leaks out, gets the two. Stop, pop, and two for Tamir Black. Super little handoff by Thomas, just created separation, gave him the space to take the open look. Malaya, and that's going to be a double dribble. Didn't have control of it. It's the quality of the official here. It's one of those calls that some officials on their way up seem to forget you've got to make. It's one of those things that referee at Eddie Viator's level, he knows what's right and wrong. He's got to call it. It was an advantage game, although that shouldn't really be a factor. Feldin off the glass for two. And we have a new ball game with 6 to go in the first quarter. 8 apiece, and Feldin just took off. Great first step. In traffic, off the glass, tough finish by Kane. So many ways to score DeAndre Kane. And at 195 has enough size to take it up. Feldin comes off the screen and kicks. Oh, steps back for three, fills it up from the corner. And John Holland shows you what he is, this quality. Jerusalem with the 11-10 advantage. Gray on the lead, back for two. With Gray and Kane on the floor, Peristeri have a lot of options from the perimeter. Will Hatchett will join the game shortly as well. They have plenty of ways to score. Feldin in the lane, poor shot. Great defensive effort. Peristeri, chance to run. They look long. Another easy two. This time it's Kane who leaked out on the break. Now with 5:04 to go in the first quarter. Peristeri on the road here in Jerusalem have started strongly. Feldin's going to get blocked on the play. And look, heads up, look down the floor, find the open man. Poor defensive transition, but you've got to credit Peristeri looking long.
Most of their points in transition defense, it's a pass break and an offensive rebound. Come on! Shelvin and JB and Shelvin. We go for John and Tamir. Hey, let's go, guys. Yo, y'all, pick it up. We good, hey. We good, we good. Try to extend the catch and everything tight. On the ankle pick and roll, so it's not good. Tight and aggressive next. We good.
Check the flow, man. You got the point guard. You got DeAndre, JD.
We can't just walk the action. We need to get a good contact. All right, we need a good contact, re-screen with the Greek point guard.
Cheap points, guys. Cheap points.
Well, no panic in the timeout for Jerusalem, but you've got to be impressed with the way that Peristeri have started the game. We said that they would control things and they would get the tempo they wanted. They're always going to look for the easy option. So they've leaked out a couple of times in transition and have benefited. They have the three-point lead, 5:05, halfway through the first. Wide open. The three fills it up from deep, and Shelvin Mack off the bench takes no time at all. It's his feet set. Now, if there is such a thing as a very high percentage spot on the three-point line, the corner three is it. Tied at 14. And Pelas goes with a lob. Beautiful pace on the pass. Reaching foul. Jovan Brown. Charged with a personal. There's the foul, all the way across. Anik Malaya. And Pelas drops inside. Morea gets it inside out. Kane tries to get a little separation. Can't get the three to go. Defensive rebound is owned by Thomas. Needs the pass, finds the pass. Filled in the corner for three is short. And Morea just commands the glass. He'll hit the second side. Super little back cut. Caroline Pelas didn't get it. Vasilopoulos, 7 on the shot. Tries to give himself a little space. Morea's going to have to go up, knocked away. Ball will stay with Peristeri. 3 seconds on the possession. Intensity level good by Suleiman Blamo. There's an assured confidence about the way Peristeri are going about business here. Tied up, 3 apiece, 3:43 to go, 3 on the shot clock, one of those momentum moments in the game. Got to put it up. The long three for Gray is off, and the ball will go to Jerusalem. Even though they didn't make the three, they got a shot they wanted. It wasn't rushed. It wasn't just a prayer. Gray got it off the handoff. Substitutions coming in for Jerusalem. In fact, they're coming both sides as Will Hatcher checks in. Interesting backcourt combination for Peristeri on the floor with Hatcher and Kane and Gray. The little runner is no good for Mack. Gray in transition hesitates. Vasilopoulos gets it back to Gray. Looks at his options, goes down low. DeAndre Kane tries to create a little separation, spins, hands it off. Malaya with the hook for 2. Got away with a little walk probably, but the ball was just knocked away. DeAndre Kane, well, he has great scoring numbers, but really looking to create. There's probably about 20 people in the gym and they're trying to make some noise. Unhappy with a missed call. Take a look. There's Kane, there's the pass. There's no dribble. And in my book, that's at least a 3-step move. But then Katache, I think, gets a technical, well, they haven't shot a technical foul, so let's not get too carried away. But they have got the extra point. I didn't see the free throw. Oh, yeah, we missed that. Little floater Jacob Brown from the free throw line, off the single leg, just floats it for two. Hatcher. And Mack just all over him. I think Hatcher will be too concerned. Kane drops it inside. Molea against Brown on the inside. He blows the two, did everything except score. There are the opportunities on the road you simply have to make. Three from Mack in the corner. Fill it up. Holland from deep. Didn't even think, Bramo, sorry, from deep. Just lined it up, knocked it down. Bramo gets his first three. Will Hatcher. All about tempo for Peristeri. Puts it on the floor, gets in the lane with the big kick. Kane steps on the sideline, just. Moreira and Kane will sit down. And Bramo gets the three after Jacob Brown had the cute little floater. Minute and a half with the first to go. Intriguing. Peristeri really making a statement about how they're going to stay in this. Mack backs it out. Gets the screen for Emmanuel Terry. Gets his first action in the BC Basketball Champions League for Jerusalem. The three is gone and filled it up from deep. You can't keep a good man down. James Felden from deep with the three. Peristeri will take the timeout. First time they've had a little margin to look at. They trail by 5, 22-17.
We have only 2 fouls. Foul them down low. We have any problem on this. When we play strong hand, we don't have any problem. But when they put the ball back, big guy from here has to make a step up. He cannot leave, on their good
And
care.
Peristeri struggling, as you can see.
Now,
and with the talent they have, that 0 for 6 will not stay like that for long.
If they press, and probably here, they will play zone, okay? If they play zone, okay, so Vasilis out, 1, 2, 3, 4 here, okay? When we go down, we play 2 clear, okay? So 2-4, 4-1, Natser here, 5 and Gray. Gray will clear out, hand off, flare for Panayotis. We have nothing, pass the ball back and second pick, okay? Peristeri.
This is not a great sign for Peristeri fans. Bramo, Felden just dropping threes. Five-point game. 1:16 to go in the first period. Zilopoulos will flare off the screen. They miss him. Hatcher steps back, takes the tough three. Poor decision. Still had 5 seconds on the possession. Just took the tough one. And the one-man crowd gives him a little airball chant. Last minute of the first quarter. 0 for 7 from the three-point line is really undoing Peristeri at the moment. If you look at their numbers, it's all about bigs doing well. Moses, Molea, lead them in points, lead them in efficiency. You can't play the two of them together. The perimeter game is hot and cold. And at the moment, it's Iceland cold. Moses checks in. Big man set for Peristeri at the moment. Skordilis in the game with Moses, but that doesn't matter. When you get going and you're James Felden, you get going. Back-to-back threes for Felden. 10 points personal, and he's been quiet. Skordilis turned down the opportunity to score, goes up, ball fake, gets everyone in the air, including Daniel Terry. Can't complete, will have to earn it from the free throw line. You're going to call this on the floor. There's the 3 from Feldin. Eight-point game, 15.6 to go in the first. And Geos Skordilis on the free throw line. Skordilis has his trouble sometimes at the free throw line, misses the first. Makes the second, cuts it to a 7-point game. And that's the first score for Peristeri in around a minute or so. Coban Brown, this is the handle, recovers it. The 3 is an air ball. They're going to have time to get one away here. They're going to have to put it up. Raymond thinks, flakes, cuts inside. Oh, what a play. They're going to wipe it off. Or at least look at it. Great control by Emmanuel Terry. Super control on the pass, but I think they run out of time. The officials do. But they are going to check it. Eddie Viator is not going to be rushed, but I think he will have a look. Pretty straightforward.
Don't start the interval of play. Wait, to see, to have the decision after that, we start the 2 minutes. Super, super.
There's the pass. Ooh, tight one. Let's take a look. He has the ball in his hands, and I think the lights are on. Yeah. Great use of the technology by the officials. No one gets rushed, no one panics. And that'll do it for the first quarter. And after a really solid start, Peristeri trail 25-18 on the road here in Jerusalem. And Jerusalem really got going in the last 2 or 3 minutes. 25-point quarter for them. And if it's Peristeri trying to slow tempo down, Jerusalem are just making shots. 4 from 6 from 2, 5 from 11 from 3. This team has talent. So many ways to score. Well, Feldin has 10 points personal, 2 from 3 from the 3-point line, 2 from 2 from the stripe. Start of quarter 2. And this is where Peristeri have to hang in. You cannot let this Jerusalem lineup start to build that lead. Terry, oh, watch out! Welcome to Jerusalem, Emmanuel Terry. Oh, how 9,000 people would have erupted on that one. Just about keep it alive. The open 3 on the ball reversal is good. And Christos Salustros fills it up from deep. And for all the highlights, that reduces it to a 6-point game. In the lane, Bremer goes up. gets fouled as Suleiman Bremo draws contact. Will go to the free throw line. This team has so many weapons. There's the highlighters. Emmanuel Terry has his head around the ring. This place, the roof would have been lifted off. Bremo is short with the free throw. Still like the way Peristeri, the tempo they're trying to set, the way they're going about their business here. Jerusalem have all the weapons, all the highlights. Peristeri have a lot of, oh, great cut, foul on the play. And you know what? They're absolutely right. That's a super cut. So Lustros, they're gonna have to, I think they're gonna have to look at it. I'm not sure if they made an attempt on the basketball here, which should make it an unsportsmanlike foul. But Eddie Viator in total control. Wrong side. There's no way he's making a play for the ball here. Over the shoulder. Got his hands on it though. See why Salustros will want the unsportsmanlike, because he was way ahead. But Feldin almost got over the top. And on second view, there's going to be an interesting interpretation of that. Everyone's going for the unsportsmanlike because of where he's fouling from, over the shoulder. Precious little opportunity to get the ball. Lost his man. So it's going to be an interesting one. I'm glad I'm not a referee sometimes. But first look, you're thinking, hey, he's from behind. See, Feldin gets beat on a front cut. Always dangerous. And if you'd have held him with that left arm, I'd have gone, yeah, definite unsportsmanlike. I don't know. That's why the referees are paid money. Just a normal foul. I think they've got that one right in there because Feldin almost got over the top. Great cut though. Super execution by Peristeri. About reading your man, seeing what you've got, get the advantage. Hatcher. Looks at his options. Take the ball screen. Now attacks. Oh, super pass. Super pass. Once the defense jumped at him, read it like a book. Peristeri with that tempo will get looks. Mack has it. He'll take the ball screen, looks at his options. In the lane. Mishandles it, goes out of bounds. Knocked away by the defense, so Jerusalem will retain possession with 11 on the possession. This is a pass. Timing, wait. Oh, there you go. And Bremo just did not help at all. No helping the helper. Terry goes back up and throws it down. Wow, they're going to love him here. Moses. Skuldilis will reverse the basketball. Hatcher goes to Skuldilis again on the inside. Ball fakes, waits for Terry to go. Even on the flyby, he gets a piece, then he loses it back. Ball's on the floor, it's a scramble, finally. And there's a loose ball foul. And Salustros picks up the foul. Bremo's on the floor, Feldin's on the floor. All your superstar tagged, you've got to do the get down and get dirty stuff on the floor, fighting for it. Here's Terry, watch this. Once she gets it that close, just do not get in the picture. Shelvin Mack will sit. And Thomas is back. Emmanuel Terry, nice pass. Foul on the play. Hatcher got caught again on the wrong side. Danopoulos, I think, maybe charged with the personal, reaching on the help. Just need to hang around here, Peristeri. Keep it single digits, and they're right in it. Feldin, quick release on the out of bounds is no good. But Jerusalem going to work on the glass, and Feldin just drops his third three of the night. Anopoulos just about retains it, then he loses it. Jacob Brown heads up play. Thomas and one. And if anything else could have gone wrong on that play, I don't know what it is, but that's just effort. All the talent in the world, yes, but you've got to add the talent, the effort, to make the most of it. Anopoulos has his pocket picked. He thinks he's recovered it, but smart play by Brown. Just gets it back in play. And Thomas with the and one finish. Peristeri will take the timeout. This can't get big.
See the pressure, and after this we play shoulder fight. Okay, I want Andre here with the 4-man, 5 with Salustros, 1. You make the first step, Mo. You make the first step. So to have clear. If they deny, you can open this side and post up immediately, okay? After this, pick inside, one good opposite pick, and then you go low. Shoulder 4, we're gonna play shoulder 4, shoulder 5 immediately, many times, okay? Always see, pick and roll with catch. Short roll passes are open, every time, okay? Go, go. Peristeri.
So important now for Peristeri. They're down 12, and Jerusalem smelling a little blood. Drops it down low, easy finish. Great execution coming out of the timeout. Pass the ball, beat the press. Kane's back in the game, and Peristeri go big on the inside. And they turn it the other way. It's just the Greek league, the mentality, controlling tempo, getting the options you want. You've got fine ways defensively. Nice pass. Hatcher wide open, trying to get himself going. Can't. Whistle on the play. And Moses and Morea starting to be a factor on the glass. The athleticism is all with Jerusalem. You've got to put the game, and you've got to keep doing the right things. It's not enough, because Peristeri will hang around. Amir Black checks back in. He's in the backcourt with Jacob Brown, Holland, and Terry, and Thomas. It's a front line to the middle. Thought he was going to throw it down. Malaya can't get it to go. Thomas brings. Blatt will hand it off to Jacob Brown. Goes soft off the screen, looks at his options. They go upstairs again for Thomas. Soft little lay-in. Ball's in the air a long time, no help. Matchup starts like zone-like, but quickly goes back man-to-man. Moses, great help by Terry. A tough one on the quick release is good by Salustros. And he gets it to drop again. Peristeri up the floor, trying to generate the turnover. Jacob Brown. Get the ball screen from Terry, turns it down. Perry on a soft roll. Jacob Brown with a floater for 2. Brown goes to full personal. Atcha. Take the ball screen from Maria. Steps outside, puts it on the floor. Goes up, thinks about the contacts. Moses on the glass, gets it, goes back up, and will draw the contact. Just outworked John Holland. Emmanuel Terry makes way for Aidan Zalmanson. Meanwhile, Kingsley Moses on the free throw line. Have to keep it ticking over. Have to give themselves a chance here. A 40-point game after 15 minutes is just too high scoring for Peristeri. Just don't have that firepower. Jerusalem definitely have that firepower. Peristeri trying to extend the defense to almost just to slow the game down. Thomas will bring it against pressure. Interesting way to beat the pressure. Tamir Blatt moves it on. Drops inside. Zalmanson gets the two. Super movement away from the ball. Waited for the defense to help and then just slashed down the middle. Atcha and Peristeri. Kane down the middle, gets the two. The parting of the Red Sea in these places, these parts. Straight down the lane. Zalmanson. Blatt. Zalmanson, foul line's not going to shoot that one. Hands it off. Blatt. Great rip through. Holland in the lane for two is short. Hatcher will give it up. Kane has it, guarded by Tamir Blatt. Whistle on the play. And we've got an off-the-ball foul by Aidan Zalmanson. Kane's a nice addition to this Peristeri lineup. Fits the mentality. Atcha deep in the corner, gets himself going from the perimeter, and that's a great sign for Peristeri. His first three of the night, cuts it to single digits, 8-point game. And they need Hatcher from the perimeter. They do need production from the three-point line. Zalmanson. Blatt is blocked on the three-pointer. Kane, 3-on-1 break. Hatcher pulls up for three, fills it up. Timeout, Jerusalem. And off the Tamir Blatt block. 3-on-1 on Will Hatcher. Goes back-to-back threes. There's the block. Kane gives it to him. He has 3-on-1. Settles for the three. In rhythm. And Peristeri right back in it. Super little phase of play for them. Timeout, Jerusalem. Let's take a listen.
Keep it simple. Pass the ball, go, reach clean. That's okay. The problem is not there. Be focused. Zone, we talk about it. He passes the ball. And he responds. Be ready for that. Shelvin and James. You go for John and David.
Let's go, y'all. Let's pick it back up. We made a run. We got to go back on ours. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Be aggressive. We got no foul.
We run now good four. We run the four, good execute. If it's a press break, we run the chest.
Good shot.
Get to see how much of a factor this empty gym is going to be. But what's for sure is Peristeri are right back in this. 41-36. I still think it's too high scoring for him. Whistle on the play. And Malaya. I think he's just bleeding a little. great the way you hear the advice that the officials are being given. And Madison is the release, gets it off to Blatt, who finds Thomas. Thomas toes the line for the long two, is long. And Peristeri, the team with momentum at the moment. Hatcher has it. Turns down the ball screen, now he'll use it. Stops, pops, drops the three. That's back to back to back for Will Hatcher. And we said they needed someone, well, Hatcher's the man. Inside out, Blatt has it, moves it on. Mack puts it on the floor, is fouled on the way through. School Dealers takes one for the team pretty much. There's no way of staying in stance to protect that, takes the contact. And here's Hatcher, same spot, loves this little spot on the floor. And that's three with nothing but string. Just over 3 minutes to go. It's just fascinating game. Jerusalem know the way they have to play to win it. Peristeri know what they have to do to stop them playing that way. And it's just execution. 2 for 2 from the line for Mack. Sheldon Mack. Will Hatcher, who's come alive in this second quarter. Kane puts it on the floor, breaks the defense down, leans in, is fouled, will go to the free throw line. That's a super move. Just long. Andre Kane. He's 195. He's got some length. But watch the way he leans away here. Protects the basketball, draws the contact. Goes to the free throw line. Kane gets a soft roll and cuts it to a 3-point game. Looked like he was getting out of hand when they opened it to 12 points here, Jerusalem, but got to credit Peristeri, in particular Hatcher. Timeout as well in the middle of that by Papanikolaopoulos. Thomas will kick, Blatt gets it back to Thomas, who spins, goes back to the right hand. There's a whistle on the play. Well, Emmanuel Terry's coming back, and I think the whole of the Basketball Champions League, you've already seen what an addition Emmanuel Terry is for Jerusalem. 23, Emmanuel Terry. Early stages of what looks like is going to be a great professional career. That comes off the leg. Moses, frustrated. Putting it mildly, that is. Brown gets it into the half court. Little floater for two from Mack is sweet. Super sweet on the floater. Here's Gray. Nice find, open three. They put it up after the fake. Great rebound, easy two for Moses. In fact, Maria's back off the bench. He gets the two. Oh, tough move, but can't get the drops. And Bremo just faded away a little too much. Chance to tie it on this possession. Caroline Pelas back in the game, just brings a little energy. Kane, tough one, doesn't get anything. Too tough, in fact. Coben Brown in the lane, hang time for two is good. And when he pushes, you better watch out. Have to slow him down early. Just over a minute. Peristeri have worked hard to get back in here. They would not want to end this first half on a down. Hernandez needs a pass. Morea gets it. Watch out. Throw that one down. Sorry, we're on the wide angle. Great work on the glass. Terry is fouled, and they've called that unsportsmanlike. Morea goes over and immediately says, Terry, I didn't mean it in that way. Morea picks up the unsportsmanlike. Manuel Terry. Oh, he misses the first. And misses the second, so apart from the personal foul, no damage done for Morea. John Holland checks back in. Mack has it, turns the corner, Terry dives. They go upstairs to Terry again. And Morea just cannot understand why he's been charged with the personal. Let's take a look. Terry rolls, Morea's trying to help, but he backs Terry out. That's why Terry's in the air. Manuel Terry, having just missed two, back on the free throw line. 0 for 3. Family, because that's all that's in the gym, just a few family and friends. And Terry makes the second to go 1 for 4. And open it out to a 4-point game. Hatcher's back. Last 25 seconds of what's been a fascinating first half, and Peristeri could not have asked for more. They're going to hold for the last shot. There's like nearly a 2-second differential. Hatcher guarded by Mack out top. Gets the ball screen from Morea. Drops it inside. Morea with a little push for 2. Super little finish. Holland with a half-court shot. Clears everything. And we've made it to the half. And if you are a Peristeri fan, you are right in this. They trail 48-46 at the half. Jerusalem led by as many as 12. But Peristeri on the back of 3 straight threes for Will Hatcher get right back in this. And this is set up nicely. Don't forget, 3-game series. You have to win 2 to progress. Points difference is an irrelevance at the moment. Those stats show you how tight it is. 48-46 at the half. This is going to be a great second half if Peristeri can continue to get the tempo they want. Malaya has 12, Hatch has 9, those 3 threes. Kane is a great addition. Fielding had that really nice spell to lead the scorers for Jerusalem. But hey, exactly what we thought. Round 16 games. All about the win. Peristeri trying to get the upset win. Would give them the opportunity to go back to Athens, win game 2, and win this one 2-0. Well, we'll leave you with these highlights of a tremendous first half as Emmanuel Terry announces his arrival in Jerusalem. We'll see you for the second half shortly.
Wheeler, little crossover, little step back. Oh, wonderful handle by the big man, my goodness. Oh, wonderful pass and a wonderful finish. What a big, big play by Masulis. Foster now hands it off. Oh, what a rejection by Johnson.
Misses the first, and they need to foul. They get it back for the three. Oh, it's good! The three is good! Marco Filippone! That's why he was in the game. Zoltan Paul to make the two. Filippone has made the three. What a game, what drama.
Left hand with a crushing dunk all over Hapoel Jerusalem. Throwdown off the alley-oop for Chris Dow. He is starting to really have a positive impact for this team.
And what a tough catch by Martin, then he puts it up! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, he's made it! Was it Stone in the end?
Oh, what a block. 3 on 2, 4 on 2, and they pull it out.
Over to Saunders, he puts it up, he had a lot of time left. Ah, he hits the three! Can you believe it? Unbelievable! There will be no overtime!
Back to Lund. Oh my Lord! I mean, he stares it down. You remember the name. It is Abdullah Lund.
Let's go, guys. Come on.
Welcome back to Jerusalem. As you can see, just to remind you, empty seats. No groupings of people over 5,000 is the rule here in Israel. 9,000-seater facility, every single seat sold out. Such a disappointment, but obviously understandable. The precautions to try and restrict the spread of the coronavirus in place across the world. James Fielding, 13 points on 3 from 4 from the three-point line. As efficient as always, just absolute quality. So deep, Jerusalem. Sometimes you're not sure if they have the, especially now that Emmanuel Terry is there, what's the best balance in terms of personnel on the floor? And it was that period of the game they really stepped it up defensively, and they gave Peristeri real issues. But then just stepped off a half a step. Peristeri back in control of tempo, got right back in the game. With this much depth, you'd like to see them get after it a little bit more, perhaps. Sean Thomas really not the main focal point as he has been. I like the way John Holland has added to this Jerusalem lineup, the Puerto Rican international. Spent some time in the NBA, but really looks comfortable in this group.
Before we see the matchup, first offense, we run the fist with Tay. So you cut. John, you go get JB and cut. It's either you go to JB, Tay, you stop right there, see you go to JB, or you go to James. All right? Fist. And then be ready for the 3 down. But it's all about defense. All right? Bring the right energy, 5 players box out, spin back on defense. Let's get it, let's go.
Important communication.
Well, quite a reserved. Go ahead, Hitachi.
Opposite, you see, if they play side open, immediately give him the ISO. Okay, first offense is gonna be. First offense is gonna be zip 4 with Andre. Vasilis will bring the ball here, 5 men. Andre here, 4. You go, you set the pick, and you stay. Yannick, you stay. Okay. You set it, and you have all the right drive to attack. Okay. All the right drive to attack. After this, Vasilis on the back, and we keep playing. Okay. So zip 4, and we stay on his right. When we play head, I want it from this side. Okay. So good pick for Steve. And after this, Steve is going to be on the back of the defense and you attack. You can play flash also. I want deep drives. Deep drives. Yeah, he will make the handoff. Or he will curve. If they switch, he will go in, out. If you don't have the shot, come here. And immediately Yannick will go for the step up. Okay? Let's go. Let's go. Defense. Defense at the beginning. Defense. Push the ball from.
Peristeri. Again, you can understand the tempo, if that's the right word, of the timeout. Just so concentrated on getting what they want in the way that they want it. It's, as was said by Coach Katashi in that Jerusalem timeout, it's all about defense for them. If they play enough defense and take Peristeri out of what they're trying to run, that'll give them the momentum they need. Jacoban Brown will start the second half for Jerusalem. Always a focal point. Holding on the floor. Strong, well, very potent backcourt. Morea again has just put in a shift. Not a night at the office for Yannick Malea. 48-46. First game in a 3-game series. Andre Kane. Defense is going to stretch. They go down low. All right, inside. Tough shot off the glass for 2. They just wanted to play one-on-one. And with 9:38 to go in the third, we have a new ball game again. Another tie. Van Brown tries to break it down the middle. Hesitation, that's offensive. And Danilopoulos took a tough one there because Brown almost looked for him. Let's take a look. Brown gets underneath the screen and wow. Danilopoulos, vastly experienced 35-year-old. They're going to have a look at that. It's not, on the first look, it wasn't good. It wasn't a good look. There you go. That's put the ball in my right hand and throw the left arm back. And that's not just about protection. That's, yep, they're going to have to call it that way. Brown's not going to be happy with it. Danilopoulos with a heads up, has a little word. Didn't look. I don't think there was an intent to just throw the elbow. Putting the ball in the right hand and then throwing the left arm back, it's only going to get one result. Danilopoulos misses the first, but makes the second. I do like the way the officials will use the technology when they need to. Doesn't take too long, as in some other sports, should we say. Danilopoulos looking to take control here, the former national team player. Gray will take the ball string, pick and pop action. Danilopoulos gets in the lane and kicks. Kane fires up the 3, is short. Well, they got the look. Veldin to the corner. Holland is off with the 3. And the ball goes back to Peristeri. Kane would advance the basketball. Danilopoulos outside. Tempo again here. Drops it inside. Morea again. 4 on the possession. Fouled as he tried to kick it off. And if Jerusalem don't impose themselves defensively here, the tempo is all Peristeri. The only time Jerusalem have had control of this game is when they played more intense, more up-tempo, and really did initiate with their defense. Peristeri controlling tempo and controlling it all. Malaya needs a pass. Danilopoulos goes up. This is the little push for 2 feet. They got the shot from 2 feet. Whistle on the play. And Gray will be charged with the personal. Whistle Brown tried to break down Danilopoulos. Brown goes to work, turns in the block off the backboard for 2. Danilopoulos into the half court. And we are looking very Greek tempo right now. Gray gets it off. Morea will pass and pick. Danilopoulos lines up the 3, is off. Molea's on the glass, goes back up the 2. And Yannick Molea, as we highlighted before the game, He is the foundation that this team is built around. The 3 attempts is no good for Brahimo, who's very three-point happy on tonight's game. Settling for the 3 a lot. It's just the intensity. Brahimo just didn't go to work on the glass. Morea did. Felding goes down low. Koban Brown squares up on Thanopoulos. I think it went across the eyebrow. I don't think it went into the eye. Thanopoulos trying to play a little quick on the ball. That'll be the 3rd team foul though for Peristeri. Peristeri with 7:31 to go in this 3rd quarter. Felding gets a lot of attention. Thomas to the middle, can't get the little jumper to go. Jump hook, trademark for him on the inside. Zilopoulos goes up with the right hand, soft touch for 2, and the veteran going to work down low. They just allow the catch. Got up on the wrong side. There you go. 53-50. It is now. Thanopoulos, Gray thought about going straight up, comes off the ball screen. Needs a pass, just got into traffic and got caught. Felding pushes, drops it off to Koban Brown. Guarded by Kane. They're going to try and clear the middle. Nice pass, and Brahimo with the 2. And Brahimo can hurt you around the ring. I said earlier on, he's been a little 3-point happy. And Morea's going to get charged with the personal, and that's a big call. Chance to tie the game at 53 on the back of the and 1. Brahimo does. Peristeri walking into the half court. Kane. Well, they want the illegal dribble. Kane needs a pass, drops it down low. Morea has it, going to work, feels a little contact, puts up the poor shot. That's a better defensive effort by Jerusalem. Felding attacks it, is fouled by Gray. Got the feel of one of those games that if Peristeri hang around, it's going to could go either way. In again. 96% across the regular season in the Basketball Champions League. Will Hatcher joins the game. Gotta hope he gets hot again for Peristeri. Finished that first half with 3 threes, back to back to back, to really bring Peristeri right back in it. Cody goes 2 for 2 from the line. It's just about Jerusalem defense here. They're going to have to pick it up. Great hands by Mack. That's the sort of thing they need. Ball did cross the halfway line though. But there's a backcourt. Well, we said it's about defense for Jerusalem. Great effort by Mack off the bench, straight in. Turnovers for Peristeri. Blamo looks to hand it off. Mack curls around, gets the Ball off. They're going to ask Thomas to shoot the basketball. The long two is no good. Vasilopoulos heads up by the vet. Throws it back against Blamo. Superman Blamo just has so many weapons, so many ways to hurt you. You want to see him go to work. Kane, he's having a quiet third period. Gray comes off the screen, looks at his options, hits Kane, they reverse it. Hatcher for three, 4 from 4 for Will Hatcher. Well, there's the answer to the question, is he going to cool down on that bench? The answer's no. Mack tries to answer, and does. Can't go under the screen, surely. 10 points to Mack, 2 from 2 from the three-point line. Gray in traffic, needs a pass, takes a tough one off the glass. Almost like he felt he hadn't had a shot for a while, so he went looking for one. Mack in the lane, little floater for 2 is good. And the one thing they can't do, Peristeri, is forget how they've got into this game, sharing the basketball. Gray moves it on, Morelea thinks about going down low, does go down low. Vasilopoulos goes with a head and shoulder fake. Well, they get lucky. Kane gets it back. He's going to have to put it up. Takes the long three, drops it with 0.1 on the clock. And Peristeri close it back to 1. No panic at all from DeAndre Kane. Ball knocked away. Kane comes up with it. Chance to push. Gray down the floor. Kane goes up, gets the 2. Kane's just had a great 10 seconds. Peristeri, just when you're worried about them, get it back and take the lead again. Well, he puts it on the floor. You're going to have to switch that. Bramo from deep. That's John Holland, sorry. Goes to 6 personal. Hatcher. Well, 9,000 fans have missed the classic here. Inside out. Go back inside. Holland knocks it away. Chance for Feld in a run. Gives it up. Bramo in transition. Oh! Spiked it and said, take that. Jerusalem trying to break open the game here. Lead it 65-61. Timeout for Peristeri. The Vasilopoulos jog back. And Bramo says that is what he's about. Such an athlete. Peristeri will take the timeout. Want to calm down here. Let's take a listen.
If they press past, Peter, run. First pass, second pass inside. I don't care. Okay, but don't hesitate. If you hesitate, you become they become strong. Hey, you are open. Shoot the ball, Pano. Shoot the ball. Shoot the ball. I don't care. Everybody. Shoot the ball, everybody. Now we have the under on Mark because he caused us problems on the creation. Okay, after this, we play shoulder 5 for Yannick inside. Okay, I want Steve to set the pick so they cannot switch and you open. The under here, and you make the pass. Reed, if he takes the ball away, you cut. Okay, otherwise you stay. One good opposite pick for cut. Listen, head, I don't care, don't change. Gray. Get up. When we play one, you see which player you have on you. Okay, I don't want to involve play more on the pick and roll. So cute, the other one will play. Okay,
Shelvin Mack, 12 points, 2 from 2 from downtown. Hatcher fills the double team, gets it to Kane in the lane. You're going to call it offensive. Led with the elbow. Only ever going to be one outcome. Mack going baseline, needs a pass. Thomas attacks it, gets to the middle, goes up with a right hook for 2. Gets that deep, just bullies you. Nice little period here for Jerusalem. Back out to a 6-point game with just under 3 to go in the third. Need a little bit more Hatcher magic. Foul by Blamo, who leaves Kane on the floor. And when Thomas gets that deep, there's only going to be one result. Will Hatcher will inbound. Moses and Morea in the game together. It's not normally an option. Gray with a tough one. Draws contact, will go to the free throw line. And again, Stephen Gray looking for his options as opposed to waiting for his options. Bramo picks up the personal. Stephen Gray on the free throw line. In the half court. They're having to try and beat Peristeri at a pace that Peristeri want to play. Felden, they're going to call that offensively as Felden cleared out on the drive. Hatcher took one for the team. Looked like all the contact was in the torso. Felden will sit. Colvan Brown checks back in, as does Emmanuel Terry. Terry's been like a walk-in highlight in that first half. He does add to this Jerusalem lineup. Kane will get Peristeri into the half court. Stephen Gray puts it on the floor, fires up the 3. Oh, from deep. Gets balanced and knocks it down. 1-point game. Mack, last time, answered with a 3 of his own. Jacoban Brown. Terry will give him the ball screen. Brown wraps it, wide open for 3, is long. And there's better 3-point shooters on the floor than Levy. Hatcher, and they got away with taking his arm away on the release. Here's Brown, he'll push. Terry with a ball screen. Colvan Brown is fouled on the way up. Will go to the free throw line. It's under a minute and a half to go in the third quarter, and Peristeri are where they'd like to be. Well, obviously, would like to be up, but they're right in this. Just coming up to the fourth quarter on the road here. Leaders checks in. Coleman Brown. Brown goes 2 for 2. Still a single possession game though. 69-66, and Peristeri have just taken the whole pace out of the game. Hatcher tries to turn the corner. Feels a lot of contact. Moves it on. Kane thought about the 3. 7 on the possession. Hatcher attacks it. Needs a pass. Is fouled as he tried to kick it off. Will go to the free throw line with 2 seconds on the possession, and they had him with nowhere to go. Hatcher misses the first. Well, the crowd's not here, but the drummer is. Goes 1 for 2 from the line. Brown. Terry with the ball screen, he'll dive. They miss him on the dive, wide open. Levy for 3, fills it up. Well, Nimrod Levy gives some size and the ability to shoot the 3. Terry comes down with another rebound stat. Inside out, Levy will move it on. Brown has it. 12 on the possession. Take Emmanuel Terry ball screen. Jacoban Brown gets to the foul line, stops, is blocked. Kane has it. And with 10 seconds remaining. Important here for Peristeri to get something. Kane settles for the 3, is short. And Terry, Emmanuel Terry comes down with a defensive rebound. And we are set for a fourth quarter. 5-point game at the end of 3, 72-67. Jerusalem have the lead at home. But Peristeri have found a way to control tempo. And they are right in this. Rebound numbers. There's not a lot of rebounds out there because the shooting percentages are good. There's Morea in the block from earlier on. Just gonna love the way Peristeri have constructed the way they've played the game. The equation clear for Jerusalem. Pick it up defensively. See if you can get points in transition and be the aggressor offensively. Get to the ring. Don't settle. For Jerusalem with the first possession of this fourth quarter. They're 5 up. Game 1. Of this last 16 tight. Staggered screen, Terry rolls. Brown, foul line, jump shot is off. And Kane gets another positive stat. Hatcher will advance the basketball. Cordelis looks inside, the pass was there, the execution wasn't. Mack turns down the early ball screen, breaks the defense down, and kicks. Brown with the 3 is sweet. Super transition basketball by Jerusalem. Dragged the whole of the defense down, kicked it to Brown on the 3-point line. First 3 of the night, and he just drops it. Dangerous times here for Peristeri. They trail 8. Hatcher sitting on the floor. Nice pass to the inside. And Mack caught on the wrong side. There's the replay of the kick and the pull down Brown 3. Coming the other way though, straight back at them. I think they're going to have to check this one, I think. Well, no, maybe not. So the Foul's on the floor. Greg Kane will sit. Hatcher. Moses goes up, way short. Waldinas couldn't get it. Brown does. And Jerusalem looking to go double digits on the lead. Nice find, wide open in the corner. Holland drops it from deep. Great find by Brown. And they re-establish a double-digit lead. Super pass, the great thing, he did not have to move. Straight to his hands, time to get the shot away. And Peristeri have to take the timeout. They trail 10.
5, Salustros, 4, and Gray. Down big, okay, down big. If you can receive the ball, hand off and we play box. Yes. Okay, for Steve, I want 2 good picks. You go out from Yannick. If they switch, you post up immediately. If they switch,
Peristeri have been behind the numbers on the three-point stat all night. They close that, they have a chance to get the win here.
Okay, don't insist to play on one side. Raise the ball and see which side. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. How many? Peristeri.
It's a super fine. It's just not just the fine, the quality of the fine. Absolutely crucial that Peristeri close this lead right now. 11-point lead as Jerusalem trying to break this open in the fourth. Gray has it. Steps back for the 3, that's way off. Defensive rebound is Brown. He has it, has numbers down the floor. Terry's off. Terry runs the floor like a deer. Brown will get the ball screen for Emmanuel Terry, who dives, goes upstairs. Can't get the finish. Hatcher looks to push. Peristeri dodged the bullet. Looks to the inside. Mariah! He misses the throwdown. How important will that be? Coban Brown backs it out. Steps back for the 3, is way off. Never looked in rhythm. Peristeri have to make inroads on that miss. And no one's on the glass. And the legs look a little bit heavy in the fourth quarter for Peristeri. Mack is charged with the foul. Call that as an offensive clear out. Emmanuel Terry sits. Sean Thomas checks back in. That's Vasilopoulos. Just about to hang on. Hatcher gets it back. Nice find. They turn down the 3. Ball's gone out of bounds. Peristeri looks very close to running out of steam here. 6:56 to go in the fourth. They down 11. And that's another sloppy possession. Mack. As Caroline Pellas gets his first time in the fourth quarter. Mack with a step back is no good. Great work on the glass. Thomas. That's a serious piece of work on the glass by Thomas. Extended to rebound and then just footwork phenomenal. Great extension, just a soft hook. And then Pellas needs to get into things a little quicker. Gray's foul as he turned the corner. They need a run. They need a run right now. Great little second move for two. Maria gets more plaudits. Thomas outside in the corner, wide open. Back to three is no good. Maria hunts it down. Chance to get this back to single digits. Peristeri, Caroline Pellas. Maria's the man looking to reverse the ball. Gray has it. Gray gets the ball to Maria. Maria puts it on the floor, feels the double team, takes the tough lean away, hits nothing. Ramo comes down with a defensive rebound, looks long, great pass, great catch, great finish. And Thomas outworked everybody. 20 assists for Jerusalem, really trying to turn the screw right now. And then Pellas. Well, the idea was fine, the execution poor. Thomas leads the break in the corner, wide open for three is no good. Great work on the glass. Holland hanging on, and Bromell gets it. And the whistle on the players. Bromo looks like he's picked up, has drawn another foul. Still only 13. Every time you think that Jerusalem are blowing this open, the Peristeri team will find a way to get back. And Pellas. Someone needs to get going quickly now for Peristeri. Great finish, super. Just stay with it, play. And that will make it a 10-point game if they can get the free throw. There's nothing happening here. Skordilis stays with it, gets the contact, gets the foul. Steps to the line to make it a 10-point game. Still plenty of time. Peristeri really looking heavy leg. And they make the N1 play, and we're back at 10. They just will not go away. Brown into the half court. Well, I'm not sure why Skordilis wanted to foul. Didn't like the matchup. Van Brown will inbound this with 4:14 to go. Peristeri just need a stop and a score, and we've got game on again. Belden moves it off. Here's the stop. And Pellas pushes quick to the hoop for two. We've got an 8-point game, timeout. Hapoel Jerusalem and coach at Katashe has seen enough. Do not want Peristeri to build some momentum. They take the timeout, they still lead by 8. And Pellas just ripped it and went. Really couldn't get a piece of it. Let's take a listen to this Jerusalem timeout.
First of all, press breakers. Right? Hey, listen up. Listen up. Hey. we run the chin, right? We run the chin. Unless it's either chest or the press break. After press break, if not, we run the chin. And I won't stay high, so you start low. Right after the end off, you start to come high, early. You fake it and slip. Yeah, slip. Right? Slip. Let's go,
White, let's go. 4 minutes, let's go, White.
Literally 4 minutes remaining. Can Peristeri just close that gap? Can they sneak the win here on the road? Coben Brown drops it in. Thomas for the easy 2. The offside just was absent without leave on that play. Aaron Pellas gets it into the half court. Kane, little runner, doesn't get the drop. And he takes a blow for his pains. 5 on 4 here for Jerusalem. Building for 3, you can't leave him open. He dodged the bullet, great work on the glass. Hapoel is fouled as Vasilopoulos couldn't control the rebound. Brown will control it on the end line. Bramo is the release. Mack. 3 is no good. Fielding can't get it on the glass. Chance for Peristeri. Into the lead again. And Pellas, Skordilis has got to hold that. Finally finds a way to pick it up. Forced out of bounds by the defense. Peristeri will have the basketball on the baseline, need to score. 3 minutes is enough time here, but they can't have empty possessions. Aaron Pellas gets his feet set for 3, simply has to go, doesn't get it to go. In fact, was well off. Something happened. Here's to Coben Brown. Little weave as Feldin has it. Take the ball screen and moves it off. Great hands, Vasilopoulos. And it will be a Peristeri basketball. At 36 years old, Vasilopoulos was in the lane as quick as anybody on the floor. Skordilis will sit. John Holland checks back in as Coach Katache goes with a lot of experience on the floor for Jerusalem. And he knows this is not done. And John Holland picks up the personal. That does mean Peristeri will go to the free throw line. Simply have to make these. And the first one goes begging. Stephen Gray on the free throw line. This makes it a single-digit game. Psychologically so important, gets it to go. 2:20 to go. Coben Brown trying to manage the end of game. Turns the corner, Brown gets to the keyway. Now he needs a pass. 6 on the possession. Nice pass. Thomas can't get it to go. What an effort. Goes back up. Will go to the free throw line, but Thomas is just so strong. Veldin trying to reassure John Holland that he does know what's going on. Ramo's back in. Veldin sits. Meanwhile, Sean Thomas on the free throw line. Takes the first. Last two, Hatcher's back. Need to get something going right now. Go upstairs, Maria has it. Can't get the finish. Looks longingly at the official for the call, but doesn't get it. Coban Brown into the half court. Time and possession now. Brown comes off the ball screen. Thomas dives and he'll come back. 10 on the possession. Nice find. Coban Brown puts it on the floor. Nice job to the inside. 2 for Bromo. Bromo with the easy 2, just kept popping to the ball. It should be enough, but who knows? Hatcher gets it off. Drago on baseline, takes a tough runner. Poor decision. Solid rebound by Mack, who then turns it over. Just mishandles. One final chance for Peristeri here. 1:09 to go. This format, no worries about points difference. It's just get 2 wins and you progress. Maria trying to go to work, steps through, and 1. Maria has been good again. One last throw of the dice here for Peristeri. Make the throws, get it to 9. It makes it a 3-possession game, yes, but they've got the 3-point talent. Need the stops. Chance to make this a 10-point game. Can't complete the free throw. Still at 11. Kane with a chance to push. In the lane, is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. That'll make it a 9-point game where there's hope. There's always the opportunity. Make these, get it to 9. 2 stops and 2 scores, and all of a sudden, you're right in it. Unlikely as that scenario is. You have to make the free throws, and they've become Achilles' heel for Peristeri in this final quarter in particular. Timeout called with 33.5 seconds to go. free throws, as well as their inability to make enough threes, look like they're going to be the undoing.
3, 4, and take.
Well, literally just 61% from the free throw line. They've missed 8 from the line.
Take the ball from here. They will foul anyway. We just did a good entry. Okay. Shelvin, Tay, John, you start here. You like the ball. Right.
So calmness again from Coach Katache.
James, you cut. You are. You know what? You go for Tay. You stay here. Right? You kill. You kill.
So I'm out?
James, you kill. If you don't get the ball, you keep going. Right? When James keep going, you fill that corner.
Let's go.
You come up.
You take the ball. You in.
Go shot.
10-point game, 33 seconds remain. But they need the basketball. John Holland will inbound. Well, Levy is blocked. Ball finds itself to Fielden. And now the foul comes. Then Mack will go to... No, that's only the 14th foul, or it's the 15th foul. Well, Mack goes 1 for 2. Morea comes down, we get another positive stat. Stephen Gray, got to go up, stops, fires up the 3, not in rhythm at all. And that'll do it. Underlined by Mack in the easy 2. Hatcher and Peristeri will take a lot out of this game, because the second game will be in Athens, but they'll face that second game on the wrong end of a 1-0. First leg outcome, 91-78. Jerusalem, excellent, but, and it's not a big but, it's not a but about anything specific, but are they the real deal? Do they know their best combination? Can they maximize the use of Emmanuel Terry? Lots of questions. And what you hope is that Peristeri will come and ask those questions in the second leg next week. 91-78, the only two numbers that matter. But shooting 59 and 37 from the 3. 4 from the 3-point line for Peristeri. Well, they're the top scorers. Thomas, for a quiet game, had 16. Mack with 15. Felding with 15. They shared the points. Morea was excellent again with his 20-point haul. Coban Brown led this team in the second half. I mean, that was just... Jerusalem gave you sneak previews of how good they could actually be. It's a daunting prospect to try and beat them twice to get through. That's exactly what needs to happen. It's been an excellent, with no fans, it's hard. The atmosphere is hard. With no fans, this Jerusalem lineup generated their own atmosphere, shot the ball well, they penetrated superbly, and they're a tough ask at the defensive end. Maria, excellent again. He really has had a super Basketball Champions League season. Wherever you look on this Jerusalem roster, there's talent, there's points in every spot. Their defense can be exceptional. And I think that's the issue. The issue is getting the most out of them. This team play defense. They are incredibly tough to beat. This tie isn't done though. Got to make the trip to Athens. And who knows what Peristeri will come up with. In many ways, Peristeri ran out of steam in that fourth quarter. Jerusalem turned the screw, got easy options in transition. But it was a good performance by Peristeri. They're going to take Jerusalem back to Athens next week. If they can get the result, that'll be a tremendous, tremendous turnaround. But there's confirmation, 91-78. Jerusalem lead the series 1-0. Cesari and Burgos will play later this evening. For now, from a deserted and empty Payas Arena in Jerusalem, it's good night. And we look forward to game day 2 of the last 16.